Oh, so crazy when you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Oh, so crazy when you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Boulevard.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World, episode 5 bajillion. I'm your host, PK of the BLV. Oh, I forgot to put this out here. BLVD Bullies, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Brian, the now red, Bad Take Brian, the merch guy, and ringside Sean. What's up, guys?
I wish we knew how many episodes it legitimately was.
Yeah.
Well, you
But,
can't know that.
Alas, I digress.
Episode infinite.
So you know what we got to talk about this week, first and foremost?
Money.
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 It was pretty epic.
Money.
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 The show's already infinitely better than us beginning to hear what's happening.
Money.
Money.
It was awesome. I
Money.
thought that entrance was definitely
Did
epic.
you have a good time? Did you guys watch the Wrestle Kingdom?
I tried.
I saw clips.
Now, by tried, you mean you tried to do it live and then fell asleep, or you tried and then you were too bored and you had to click away?
No, I fell asleep. I'll be honest.
What time was it on? Like fucking
So I
9
think this was the first time pre-show started at 3 a.m. It's
Oh,
usually like 4.
Money.
Money. So yeah, I think I fell asleep after money. I think as much as everybody else did. But yeah, it was all right.
Did that open the show?
No, I didn't open the show. I can't even tell you what opened the show because I was like,
Right.
There was a lot of things that happened. This week has been a crazy week because Vince McMahon saw what happened on freaking New Japan, and somehow he was just like, you know what? I'm coming back. I'm back, everybody.
yeah.
So I got it all written down. The details are crazy. It's like some that show Succession. I don't watch that show, but I feel like from what I've heard about it, it's like a similar situation. But yeah, you got Sasha Banks of Wrestle Kingdom. You got Vince McMahon coming back.
I saw the clips of the Kenny Omega Will Ospreay match, and it looked insane.
Yeah, they just beat the shit out of each other
Insane.
the entire time.
Yeah.
The head slamming through the door was sick.
So sick.
It was just
Dude,
odd.
Just Will Ospreay's bruised fucking body after the match looks insane.
Yeah, it looks wild.
Yeah, what's up with those guys?
I don't know. I think it's just the whole being in the Wrestle Kingdom. I think that's what you do when you're there.
Passionate fucking dudes.
Just passionate
People.
dudes doing passionate things.
People. Passionate humans.
It's like you can play My Sacrifice over their match. I'm like, wow.
Dude, for real though.
I mean, that's proven that listening to Creed makes any wrestling song or montage.
Very emotional.
All right, so let's talk about Vince before we get into our Wrestle Kingdom review.
Yep.
So, obviously he had to step down after there was a leaked thing, and there's like a government probe. There's years of sexual misbehavior, misconduct, hush money paid, and all these things. And then John Laurinaitis was also involved. He got fired. And then, he was, Sean, did you hear about this? They were going to do PWJ, actually. I heard this on the dirt sheets. PWJ was going to do a card with John Laurinaitis, and then to go along with his re-entering the circuit, and he was going to do like the big top circuit, freaking
with his skateboard,
big time signing or whatever, and they canceled the signing.
Skateboard gimmick.
They canceled the signing completely. They said they were met with overwhelming negativity.
Yeah,
and John Laurinaitis is like not even allowed back in public.
He didn't even want to do the blonde hair, so it was like, you know what, it's not even gonna work.
And so then Vince was like, nah, you know what? You guys want to sell the company? I'm just saying that as the majority shareholder, I can't in good conscience just sign off on this sale of the company if I'm not involved. So, nothing's going to happen, basically, unless I'm involved. And, they're saying that the company might get sold as early as midway through 2023.
That's insane.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think they probably announced something after WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean,
see that.
It's just crazy, though.
I've heard that they're going to keep Triple H as like creative even after the sale. I don't know how true that is. Like, who's to say that? Like,
I think they'd be silly if they didn't, because let's be honest. Let's look at the way Vince was running things, and let's look at the way things are being run now, how they have been being run.
Well, who's to say that the company that they sell to won't want to have their own person involved in the shit?
Well, you know, it's funny.
Writer.
Last night we were talking with Larry, Brian, and I told him, I said, isn't it funny how WWE is booking Shelton and Cedric Alexander as if they're like Wakanda warriors? Did you see that? Like with their gear and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, look at who they're trying to sell to. Look at all the potential buyers. So it's like now, it's like, are they like really gearing up, looking for a potential person? Do they have like somebody that they have in mind where they want the company to go? And could that be Disney? Why not?
So check this out. So this happened over the course of like a few days last week, because I think around Wednesday it came out that, you know, there are rumors that he's going to try to come back. And then like the week before, there was some quote that said that he got bad advice and he wants to come back. And then the next morning, he used his majority share of the stock to elect himself to the board of directors.
Thanos, baby.
That's
and
insane.
The board unanimously opposed, but he forced it through anyway.
That's
And
fucking legendary shit.
and like I think 3 other people got like voted off the island. Probably the ones that were collaborating with the New York Times or whatever, the Wall Street Journal, whatever it was. And he brought back like 2 people that he like was forced to fire a few years ago to the board. And so now he's like involved, like pursuing the sale of the company. You know, and he was going to block it unless he was involved as executive chairman. And now it came out that like yesterday that J.P. Morgan is coming in to like advise and assist and assess regarding the sale.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like media conglomerates. So I saw in this article Comcast, Fox, Netflix, Amazon, Legacy Media, which owns like a bunch of stuff. So that's the latest.
Do we know what the biggest company is? Like, who's the biggest company? Is it Disney? Or is it like Netflix?
It's got to be
NBC.
Disney or Fox.
Disney or I guess, right. Those are
Oh yeah, I guess NBC could buy
NBC
it.
is USA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, that's another thing, is that the TV deals are coming up too.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Fox deal is like up, and they got to like renegotiate it. So it's like a whole fucking thing.
Shit. So if it goes to that's so weird to think about. If it goes to Disney, would it just be on the Disney fucking Plus?
No, it'd go to ESPN because ESPN is a partner of
Disney.
Of Disney, yeah. ABC is too. ABC, like if you watch ABC 7 News, every time they always mention something of Disney, they always finish it with Disney is a sister partner to this company, or with ESPN, ESPN is a sister partner to this company.
Can you imagine if WWE's on ESPN? My dad would be so tight.
There was a WrestleMania, I remember a few years back, where I don't even think it was WrestleMania. I think it was SummerSlam. The first SummerSlam in Brooklyn was it was not headline, it was covered by ESPN and Jonathan Coachman, who was their bridge. So Jonathan was the bridge in between ESPN and WWE, and they had like the whole Sports Center desk in front of the Barclays with the ESPN logo. I was like, wow, this is going to be covered more often on ESPN. That's pretty cool. But eventually with time, it phased out. So who knows? Maybe it could wind up back in their possession again.
I would be super into that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It's crazy though. I want to see Vince come out on TV. Fuck it.
Same.
Just be like,
what do you think he'll say?
He'll just say, you know, I missed you guys. Or no, he'll say, did you miss me?
He's gonna go.
The last thing he said before he left was the most importantly, together.
Together. Forever.
Together forever.
Love that guy. In like, I love him in like an ironic way. Obviously, he's a terrible person, but
I don't think wrestling would be wrestling without Vince McMahon. Let's be honest.
You can't. Wrestling would obviously not be wrestling. Like, he invented fucking WrestleMania.
Like, let's think of it. Like, what if Ted Turner actually did win the war? You know what I'm saying? Then
we'd be nowhere.
We'd be nowhere with it. Wrestling would just be something that's just bounced around everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it would be AEW, basically, is what it would be.
Yeah, literally. And it's like nobody really pays attention to that, so.
Gritty politicians, something.
Does this get us demonetized?
I don't know. It's better than you saying stuff about the Jews, Brian.
I thought we made it okay. We made it okay, God damn it.
What's up, everybody? Pork Chop Express in the chat. Urka, Pajama Dan, Adam. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We're just talking about Vince McMahon. As always, super chats if you like. Blvd Bullies merch on fire this week due to the news of Vince McMahon. Decided just on a whim, hey, let's post that Vince t-shirt. Sold a bunch of t-shirts.
So dope.
So look at us go. Thank you, Vince.
It was a very Infinity Gauntlet move that he just did. He got like 2 stones on his hand, and he's after the other 3.
Thank you, Vince.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to see what the fuck they do.
Where can they find them, though, Pat?
Oh, BoulevardBullies.BigCartel.com, as always.
Pajama Dan, it's from Royal Rumble 1999 when he.
That's good. No chance in hell. I have the shirt.
Yeah, it was him and Austin
when they fought in the bathroom, and they like.
That was such a great Rumble.
It was such a great Rumble. Vince McMahon won that shit.
Vince McMahon won the Rumble.
He won the Rumble.
Yo, we should do a Royal Rumble drinking game this year with the 3 of us. Basically, we all get together, set up a camera, and all the viewers can participate as well. Basically, the way it works. In person, it has to do with competitive beer drinking and knowledge of your wrestling. Okay. But online, it's really just, a raffle. When we do it with the viewers, it's really just like a raffle. You get a number for $10, and there's like different levels of prizes, like 70. $20, $10, something like that.
It would be the first ever streamed Royal Rumble drinking game, though.
Well, I did do one a few years ago. The year that
the year of COVID.
The COVID year. Who won that one?
The Rumble that year wasn't that Edge?
No, I think
Edge.
McIntyre. No, I think it was McIntyre.
Was it McIntyre?
I think
no, it was Edge. It was Edge. Edge came in at number 1 and won.
Yep. Christian and him were like part of the Final 4.
Yeah.
No, but didn't McIntyre wrestle in the empty arena at WrestleMania?
Yeah, he went up against Brock.
Yeah, but that was before because
right.
McIntyre won the non-COVID Mania. Mm-hmm. I mean, Rumble, and then fought in the COVID Mania.
Yeah.
And then the COVID Rumble, Edge won.
Understood.
With the video screens. What a time.
Oh, my God. I was just about to say fucking Black Mirror shit.
And people were, like, hacking in and putting pictures of, like, Chris Benoit.
What was it fucking called? The Thunderdome.
Thunderdome era.
Too bad the Mandy Rose stuff didn't happen, or else you'd see her underwater boobs on the Thunderdome screens at one point.
She was on Tamron Hall.
I was on it once, the Thunderdome.
You were on the Thunderdome?
Mm-hmm. Sucked. It was, like, the worst experience.
Why's that?
Because it just the network was the screen kept cutting in and out. I was basically just watching it on my TV.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was whack. I saw myself on the screen though, so it was kind of sick for a second.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Did you cheer did the producers want you to cheer and boo, and did you play along like a little monkey?
It was funny. It was funny because I had the Cass head. It was the time of the Cass head, so I had Cass's head on Raw with me.
Nice.
It was funny.
Before before the show went live, there was like a representative that got on and was like,
yeah, he spoke to you. He was like, we can see you, we can hear you, so be fucking excited. Blah blah blah.
Dance monkey.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. What's the name of the show? Tamron
Hall. She's on Fox 5 around, I'd say 10 a.m. She covers a lot of like woman stuff.
Hmm.
And the reason why I know this, I've been in the doctors lately, so I've been watching a lot of Tamron Hall. And she was actually on today. I was like, oh, wow. And she actually said that she was like super like surprised and hurt that she got let go. And she didn't know that she couldn't be doing that because there was nothing said that she couldn't do fan stuff. So, yeah. But let's be honest. Like, she was she was a body model already prior to that. So this is a world she's already been in. So this is nothing new to Dumb or her.
Yeah, God bless Tamron.
Tamron Hall.
Sucks she can't get on like a better show. Isn't there like a better show to get on? Can't you go on like Wendy Williams?
There's no more. She took Wendy Williams' spot.
She took Wendy Williams' spot?
Yeah, Wendy Williams is done, bro. Tamron Hall has that spot now.
The last thing I saw of Wendy Williams was her like passing out on her own show.
That's right. She was dressed like the Statue of Liberty or something.
She looked so weird. She was on some shit.
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, she looked scary as fuck.
Yep, so she's on prime time, 10 a.m. So Mandy Rose was on Tamron Hall. She explained how she felt. She was super duper hurt. And yeah, she just buried the WWE for just letting her go like that.
Tamron. It's a dope name.
Tamron.
Yeah, so she made $1 million. She was hurt and upset. She harbors no ill will. Nope. And,
more power to her.
What are you going to do?
Get that money.
What are you going to do?
Get that money, baby.
I'm sure she'll be back.
Tessa Blanchard once sent audio of her taking a poop. You remember I told you about that?
No, what?
Did you hear this? You hear about this? Didn't I tell you? I didn't tell you about this last week's show? But the poop?
No. You didn't tell us about any poop.
Okay, well, long story short, allegedly, I feel like I'm having deja vu. I did not mention this to you guys.
I don't remember it.
You spoke to it with somebody, but not to us.
That's weird.
What is it?
Why would I mention it twice in a week?
You had to have heard about it somehow.
When all the stuff, all right, you guys are
bugging
bugging me out here, but when all the stuff came out about like Tessa Blanchard like spitting on people and like when she got canceled, basically, somebody leaked audio of her taking a poop for a fan. Allegedly, it was her.
They paid her to take a poop.
Yeah,
audio?
and she was like pooping and going like, "Oh, you like that? I'm pooping. You creep. You like to sit here and listen to me poop. You weirdo creep."
Oh no.
Yeah, and apparently that happened. You know, I mean, I don't know if it was her because I only heard the audio.
Did it sound like her?
I don't know what she sounds like. But anyway, she's getting divorced. She's getting divorced.
That whole thing was weird.
Her and the Mexican wrestler guy are getting divorced.
No way.
This just
Where'd
in.
you hear that? Is that like recent news?
Yeah, I heard it on Tamron.
Tamron. Oh.
Yeah. So, in case you guys were wondering about that, not sure. Did she take the poop? Nobody knows. But is she getting divorced? Confirmed. They released their own press statement.
Well,
So
hopefully she, like Taylor Swift, acknowledges that it's not them, it is her.
It's funny they're getting divorced and they made a statement that it wasn't infidelity or anything in there.
yeah, hey, it wasn't. Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with the poop video.
Right before the husband made like a post about how cheating is the most disrespectful thing that you can do to somebody, and then deleted the tweet.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't see
wow.
it? You didn't see that tweet?
No, I didn't.
MAGA, right? His name is MAGA.
I don't know what the hell his goddamn name
Yeah,
is.
Makes
his name
sense.
is MAGA.
Makes sense.
MAGA.
Yeah.
MAGA.
She was like, "Oh man, I want to date a Mexican guy, but I'm also racist. Oh, I'll find a Mexican guy named MAGA."
Yo, wasn't she like living over there too?
Yeah.
Nah, she's wilding. She's
Yeah.
bugging.
Daga.
Wasn't she like making a comeback in wrestling again?
Listen, man, she's the biggest flop in wrestling. She's the biggest what if.
More than Teddy Hart?
Yes, she is she's the female Teddy Hart.
I mean, if you had to ask me, I bet Teddy Hart's definitely either taken or produced a poop video as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Probably a handful of them.
Speaking of divorces, this is probably my favorite headline of the week, and it doesn't come to you from the world of wrestling. Dana White is launching this new thing, the slap fighting league or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You guys seen these videos where these it's like Russian people or some like Eastern European country, they just slap the shit out of each other.
I've been watching that for like
forth,
2
slap for
years
slap.
now, and now he's like promoting it like it's his idea.
He's on it. He wants to take it and give it the exposure it deserves in the United States of America. And he's going to do like the Ultimate Fighter, he's going to do the Ultimate Fighter reality show, except with these
quite honest, Pat. I think that's gonna, blow a lot of steam up his rear end because he just recently got caught slapping his wife in public.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Dude,
That's so
what?
funny. He's
I wanna
promoting
show
the
the
slap
world how
fighting.
I feel about
Is there a
this
video of
athlete.
him smacking his wife?
There's like a fan cam video of his wife slapping him in the face and then him slapping her back like they're on the show that he's promoting.
There you go. Let's promote that bad boy.
I feel like they might have done it on purpose.
Slap-a-thon.
It's like, yo, let's just slap the shit out of each other right here. Promote the show.
Just wild, Papa.
Yeah. What's up, Alicia? Cheers to you. Yeah, so they slapped each other in public, and now the show.
To his credit, didn't I mean, people get into fights and shit, and he's like still with. Is he like? Did she? Is like? Is he?
Yeah,
like,
they're fine. They're fine. Everything's
they're
fine.
fine.
No charges filed. Just they're just a couple that slaps.
Not to compare it to it, but remember when the thing happened with Rich Swann, and like he had like pushed her out of the car or something. They got into like a tiff, and he got arrested for it.
They were arguing.
But
Yeah.
They just had a fight, and now they're fucking fine. You know.
They're just saying.
I'm not like excusing his actions of hitting a woman, but people fight, and you know she's. I don't know.
I've never seen Dana White's.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say I've never seen Dana White's wife, but I mean, you know, I feel like she could probably beat the shit out of me. You know, I'm sure that she's.
I guarantee you she trains.
Yeah, she's probably because Dana White is like looking like he could like probably enter that strongman slap thing too. You know, he's like a portly, bare-armed fellow. You know. Anyway,
healthy guy.
Yeah, I don't understand. How does somebody get slapped in the face by like a 40-pound hand as hard as possible, like you're in the Everlong music video, and not get a concussion?
Dude, some of those guys definitely get concussions. Absolutely. You see, they just pass right out. Some of them.
That and like maybe ruptured eardrums.
Oh, dude, I can't even think of that shit.
Well, you remember the story was a while back that in the War Games thing when KO slapped Roman, like there was some actual heat about it. He like hurt his eardrum.
Yeah, I think he did just that. He ruptured his fucking eardrum, but it was obviously an accident. Didn't mean to rupture.
No, he went into the business for himself, is what they said, and he started doing a bunch of moves.
He hit him fucking stiff. He stiffed him.
Yeah,
looked good.
I'm gonna show you the bloodline.
Speaking of stiff, did you guys see that Necro Butcher shit?
Hey yo.
Oh, where he beat up Dilf Boy?
Yeah, dude, those punches are disgusting. Dude, and even the headbutt, it was like the best headbutt, like literally the best headbutt I've ever seen anybody do.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't even know it was in a restaurant. When they said Theater of like Madness or whatever the name of the show was, I honestly thought it was in like a theater.
What the fuck is up, Daddies?
It was basically a no-ring show. It
was in a cheeseburger spot.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I was like, what? Like, great. Like, yeah. Let me get a side of fries and some powder from those light bulbs on the fries as well.
Right. And let me make sure that I don't miss the Dilf Boy match.
Oh my God.
That was awesome. I loved it.
I mean, that's literally all I saw from that show.
You know what's the craziest thing actually in wrestling that doesn't get talked about a lot? Is like in January, just about 3 years ago, I guess 4 years ago now, January 2019, Necro Butcher looked like he was a day away from full death,
Dude,
complete death.
He
was so skinny,
disgusting.
Yeah, he looked like
he was dead. He looked like a skeleton.
Yeah, like a Dark Souls boss or something.
It's kind of amazing because now he looks like a fucking healthy human.
It's crazy.
It's insane. It's really, really crazy.
He completely recovered.
One, right?
Yeah. Him versus Schlack. Completely beat cancer or whatever it was.
Insane.
Yeah.
He looked like a different guy.
And he's like a normal, healthy dude now.
Yeah.
And he's like big. He's like a big guy.
Yeah. He's always been tall, but he's gained his
solid
back. He's
a solid man now.
I wonder if Necro Butcher has a future in the slap fighting league.
He'd win 100%. He has like a frying pan hand.
Did you know Necro Butcher was in the movie The Wrestler?
Yeah, he fought Randy the Ram.
And he gets high praise from like the actors in the movie. I read. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Just for his like how he acted on set.
You know who else is in that movie? Our good friend Andrew Anderson, Pat.
Who the hell is Andrew Anderson?
The Purple Haze.
Oh my God. Andrew Anderson, the Reinforcer?
The Reinforcer, formerly known as the Purple Haze.
Dude.
He's in The Wrestler as well.
You know,
that's a really good movie.
There are a lot of people in The Wrestler because they have like a locker room shot. You know, I was actually in the 2300 building during the filming of The Wrestler.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So did you see that?
I saw Necro versus the stunt double. I saw Randy the Ram come out. Darren Aronofsky was in the ring, like doing his thing.
So you seen Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, after the show. It was after the show.
You have footage from it?
No, I wasn't filming at that time. I did it as a fan.
Right.
And you know what, dude? The biggest regret of my life is that they were selling Randy the Ram T-shirts in the concession.
One.
And I didn't get one. And I specifically remember thinking, like, what am I, some kind of poser? I'm going to go buy a Randy the Ram T-shirt.
You would have loved that to have that right now.
I know.
Probably goes for like $1,000 now.
The Greek god Papadon has a cameo in the background, and he sold bootlegs of the movie with him on the cover.
That's so funny.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
These days, Pat.
That's really fucking funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of cameos in there.
Mm-hmm.
Good
DJ
times.
Hyde's in it too.
Yeah, Necro Butcher has like a funny line where he's like, "You do staples? Staples, like in the head. Staples? Glass? Tubes?"
Do you know who was the stunt double? Because they were taking some pretty like gnarly spots there.
It wasn't like a wrestler. It was like a guy.
Like a legit stunt double.
I guess so.
Wow, he was taking like hardcore bumps like that with like thumbtack. Was it like gimmick thumbtack?
Yeah, everything was. Yeah, it wasn't like real glass or gimmicks. It was all gimmicked.
Okay. Yeah. The gimmicks were gimmicked.
What year was that? Was that like 2005?
Had to be 6, 7.
6, 7.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Was it CZW 9? It was just around 9 years. I don't know if it was that 9 effing years show, or if it was one of the ones like within that year. But yeah, it was a good time. Wrestler's a good movie. Are you guys interested at all in this? What's it called? The Von Erich movie?
I am.
MJF is in it, right?
Yeah, A24 is producing it. Ryan Nemeth is in it.
Highly interested.
Zac Efron, MJF, a few other people.
I'm excited to see the way Zac Efron takes on the role of a wrestler because he's a good actor.
I can see him being awesome.
Do you think
it's cool? I think it's cool when teen actors or kid actors progress along in their career and become successful adult actors. And this is a very prominent role. Like you're taking on the role of a lineage of wrestlers, the Von Erichs.
And A24 movies are usually.
Yeah, but
exactly
so
what I was gonna say. They're actually entertaining movies. So I want to see how he's going to be able to jump into that role and fulfill the deed of being a wrestler.
Yo, is it going to be like The Wrestler, the movie? It's going to be like a heavy, tragic drama.
Is there a tragedy? Does he like overdose?
It's like a Dark Side of the Ring type of situation.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go that route, especially with it being A24, very dramatic.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be
I can
see that.
Sadly, yeah, Pat, I think it's gonna be like the whole sad route,
but I could see there being like ups and downs. Like there's probably gonna be like funny parts to it to make you like fall in love with the characters, you know?
Of course, man. They were a family. They were heartthrobs back in the day, bro. It was a family of brolic blondes that look like He-Man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like that back in the day, like they were the Beatles, I guess, of wrestling. If you want to say that. So it's gonna have some tragic moments. Some like, wow, let's love.
What era? The Von Erichs is what era? That's like WWF,
NWA, AWA, Mid Atlantic South, all that good stuff.
All right.
5 of 6 of their kids died.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
That's so that movie's not. It's gonna,
yeah, I guess it can't really be anything. It's like it couldn't be a comedy or a horror.
It's just gonna be a drama.
Yeah,
like fucking Ray. You ever see the movie Ray? That fucking movie is insanely sad. It's awesome.
Georgia.
Fucking love that movie.
Georgia. That came out in 2004. There were some good movies that came out around that time and were filmed around that time.
That's WrestleMania 20. It's a good goddamn year.
Yeah.
So speaking of WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania begins with my favorite pay-per-view to this day, the Royal Rumble. So,
what's your favorite Rumble?
What's my favorite Rumble?
So hard to be put on the spot.
You know, I like Shawn Michaels' 1 foot.
Me too, 95. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, I think he was number 1. He entered number 1.
He was number 1. Bulldog was number 2.
And they made it to the end, and they did 1 foot.
Yeah, 1 foot.
Yeah, I love that one.
Over the top, holds the second rope. His foot is swinging.
Yeah.
Second, 1 foot.
So sick. That was so dope.
You know, it's a good Rumble. The Rumble where in 2000, where The Rock and Big Show both went over same time, and they had the whole controversy. I feel like underrated Rumble.
Oh,
WrestleMania. That WrestleMania is a very depressing mania because of the whole Foley situation.
Mania 2000.
Yeah, but that was a good. That was still a good.
Well,
Rumble.
they did that with who? Bret Hart and Lex Luger.
That was 94.
Yeah, that's probably the two best years for me. Back
so
to
they
back.
did it in 94. They did that in 05 with Cena and Batista. They literally, I don't know if that was meant to happen, but if you look back on it with Cena and Batista,
Vince did the quad shit, right? He like fucking tore both of his quads.
Yeah. So Cena and Batista go over the exact same time. Batista's going for a Batista bomb. He has him up, and they hit the rope, and they go over, and it's like synchronized. Like they literally boom hit the floor at the same time. Out comes Vince, tears his quads.
And then he just
Gotta love it.
Dude, that's like one of the funniest things ever.
So yeah,
I'm sorry, what year was that, Sean? 04?
That was 05.
05.
Yeah, the West Side Rumble was the way they were portraying that, where they had them doing like the whole West Side story.
Oh shit! 04 is when Chris Benoit won, right?
04 was that was in Philly.
And he went from one. He entered number one.
He came in number one, and he went all the way to the end.
Oh, really?
Yep.
If 92 was the Flair one, and 94 was the Lex Luger Bret Hart, 95 was the 1 foot. What was in between that? What was 93? Yokozuna one, I guess.
Yoko, 94 is Bret and Luger. 95 is Shawn.
I guess
96 is Shawn. 97 is Bret winning, but then Austin throwing him out, and then Austin winning the Rumble. Then 98, I think, is Austin as well.
Austin wins twice in a row and then loses to McMahon on the third year.
99, yeah. And then 2000, you got The Rock. 01 is Austin again.
Well, it was The Rock and Big Show. It was The Rock and Big Show. It had the controversy. And then it was the 4-way in the Mania.
Yep. 02 Triple H.
That was the worst.
03 Brock. 04 Benoit.
Yeah, 93 was Yoko because he beat Bret Hart in WrestleMania 9. Okay, thank you for confirming. Makes sense. Yo, that's some good Royal Rumble knowledge, Sean.
I love the Rumble, bro. The Rumble's it's literally like just like you, one of my favorite pay-per-views. It's a time when my family would get together and we all sit around the TV. And when I'm saying my family, I'm not saying just my mom, my sisters, and my grandmother. I mean like my whole family. So like cousins, aunts, everybody get together, and it was like it wasn't wrestling. It's who's gonna watch the fight, like if it was boxing.
Yeah. That's
and everybody
awesome.
had their picks, and you know what I'm saying? It was dope.
Have you ever predicted the correct winner?
Yep, Shawn Michaels in 95.
Wow.
I'll never forget that. And everybody was pissed off at me because he was a heel.
Yeah.
Everybody was a Brett guy.
He did. He was so wet in that match. By the end of that match, he was very moist.
Yep, with Pamela Anderson. Remember that? He was like dancing on her, and she was like, "Get away, Tommy, back."
93 was when Randy Savage went for the corner elbow drop, and he went for the pin, and Yoko threw him out.
That was one of the most like ridiculous like eliminations. A pin.
That's so funny though.
What's up, Larry? Thanks for the hat compliment.
Larry. Oh.
We're talking about our favorite Royal Rumble moments. Comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Brian, what's your favorite Royal Rumble moment?
It's either got to be 99 or 04 with Benoit, because that's the year I went to the Mania and it was like the best ever.
Nice, sweet,
beautiful.
So who do you think is going to win, Brian, this year's Royal Rumble matchup?
I'm thinking it's going to be Cody Rhodes or The Rock. If it's not one of those two, I'll be very disappointed.
I'm gonna be honest. I think they're gonna go the route of having not a normal main event guy get the rub, and hey, let's see what you got. And I think that person's gonna be Montez Ford.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
That would be so weird.
And not why? Why would it be weird? He's like, if you watch
when you think of WrestleMania, you want the marquee match. That's not like fucking John Cena versus The Rock.
But then
that's not a marquee match.
It's not now.
Montez versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's like underwhelming for me.
Who says this has to be Roman? He has 2 belts. Maybe he drops a belt and then he's going after the other one. But I think right now what they need to do is put the focus on the newer talent, and he's one that you shouldn't ignore.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But he's in a tag team.
And Dawkins is awesome too, actually.
Dawkins is awesome too. And I was telling Larry this yesterday. I said, I feel like they are competing with each other in the ring. And they're not physically competing, but they're like one-upping each other. This guy, Dawkins, he's taking dives over the top, and he doesn't look like this guy, Top Dollar on SmackDown. This big boy can fly.
Yeah, and last night they all had a good showing.
Yeah.
But I thought that the end result was kind of dumb. Like, why do I want to see Judgment Day versus
Heel versus
the Usos? Yeah, I would rather have seen the Street Profits, because I think that's what the narrative last night was. It's like, yo, these guys are awesome.
I mean, Judgment Day is very fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, but they're just
it's cringy, but I rewatched it again, and it's really funny.
He is such a bad actor.
He's
I get
terrible.
the whole funny thing, but it's like
it's
now
funny how bad it is.
Now we have to they need to really start taking initiative on where do they want the fans to pay attention and what do they want them to pay attention to more. There's clearly a story being written with the Judgment Day and Rey Mysterio, and it's something that they keep touching base on with the holidays, where Dominic goes to the house, knocks on the door, starts messing with the family. Now the Usos are SmackDown guys. What does that mean? That means they're transitioning over to the Blue brand. All right. So where does that leave Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins?
Yeah.
Asked out.
You know what I'm saying? So it's cool, but like you, Pat, I'm not really. It's okay.
Yeah, because
Angelo and Dawkins go at it.
I'd rather have my Judgment Day in their own little island of the show, where I can consume Dominic Mysterio in small doses, enjoy me some Rhea Ripley. But as far as like the tag team championship, starring the Usos, I want to see the Street Profits. I think that would be fun.
I think they need the gold. It's been some time. I was actually, it's funny. They won the titles right before we went into the pandemic. They won them in Brooklyn.
At Barclays. We were there, Pat. We were in the fucking suite.
We were there. We were in the suite.
I was there too for that.
When the Street Profits won.
So I'm hopeful that we see something good with Montez Ford and obviously Angelo Dawkins as well, because it's time for change. It's time for something new. And why not use the guys that you have that are going out there and just put it on a hell of a show?
Well, I feel like, I definitely understand what you're saying, but like, you wouldn't be more excited to see Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns?
It's not that I wouldn't be excited to see that. It's something that I'm expecting, and it's going to happen. So it's like I know it's going to happen. We all know it's going to happen. Do we know that Montez and Roman is going to happen? Because that would be honestly entertaining as well. The rookie, the underdog. Now it's like, wow, this is a story being built. You can actually call somebody who's in the wrestling world an underdog because they have never been given that contention yet. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably somebody that deserves.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more of like not a WrestleMania match, and that's like a SummerSlam match. Like WrestleMania is, that just for me, because like WrestleMania, you have like the stars. That's like people just say that Montez isn't a star.
Bad take, Brian.
But I'm just saying, like you have like Stone Cold in your main event, or like fucking John. Like you have the big, huge names, the huge drawing names in the main event, and that's
you say
Montez.
Stone Cold, right, Pat? Excuse me, Brian. You say Stone Cold. Stone Cold came in to the WWF as the ringmaster, right? His first Royal Rumble was the '96 Rumble, right? 2 years later, we have a whole nother person there. We don't have the ringmaster. We have Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's all about transition and it's all about growth.
Well, but even before that, he was the Hollywood Blondes. So Montez Ford maybe needs to become something else before he gets that
that's
WrestleMania
what I'm saying. This is leading towards that, because now we're seeing a whole nother animal. Not only that, we're seeing him in commercials with his wife, who's the champion. So they're testing these waters. The guy could talk on the microphone. He could move the crowd. Maybe they got to switch it up a bit.
I feel like he is another sufferer of I feel like Dawkins talks better than Montez. Montez is too much talking. For me.
He's an actor.
Yeah, he's definitely an actor.
An overactor.
He's an overactor,
I would say. My bad take.
Speaking of overactors, did you see last night that Alexa Bliss was confronted by Uncle Howdy?
What in the world is even happening?
Oh, Brian, I thought that this was your jam, dude.
Yeah, Brian.
It's just it's incredibly slow. It's like the slowest build that's ever occurred.
Well, Brian, I mean, you're a fan of heavy metal, so you must be looking forward to the LA Knight, Bray Wyatt, Mountain Dew, Black Mist match.
It's like we've been in, when in the break, like before the breakdown, they hit the ride and then they slow it down. Mm-hmm. It's like we've been waiting fucking years for the fucking breakdown to hit.
Hold on, you guys want to hear LA Knight's promo for this match?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hold on, I gotta look it up.
He's another one that I actually enjoy too. I wish they wouldn't be using him in this super like cheesy way.
Oh, I don't think he thinks he's being cheesy.
I don't think it's so cheesy. I really don't. I think it's dark. I feel like it's not really for kids. Like Bray Wyatt's whole thing is super dark, and it's I think it's cool as fuck.
Uncle Howdy is stupid. All right, let's listen to this.
If I was a teenager, I would be equally as into it.
As you are now.
As I am. I mean, but my only complaint is that it's taken
Brian.
so long.
Well, for those of you at home, like Sean and myself, who might not be convinced, let's listen to LA Knight talk it into the building for this Mountain Dew sponsored matchup.
Pitch black.
I've been blindsided week after week. I still happen to be knocking on Bray Wyatt's front door. And now where do we find ourselves? Mountain Dew Pitch Black match? What does that sound like? Man, I can't help but hear Advantage LA Knight. So I just want to go ahead and say thank you, Mountain Dew.
Thank you, Mountain Dew.
For the limited return of your Pitch Black flavor. The very inspiration for this match at the Royal Rumble.
It's the very inspiration for the match.
Me the great opportunity to show Bray Wyatt as the shortest WWE return in history. One match in, one match out, never seen again. Quite frankly, Bray, I've heard enough about you.
But he's going to end with yeah.
Monsters. At the Royal Rumble, I can't wait to get my hands on some Mountain Dew Pitch Black and turn the lights out on Bray Wyatt. Because whose game is it? It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nah. Oh, no.
Well, Brian, if you weren't convinced...
No.
LA Knight.
That's your boy, Brian.
That's not my boy. Bray Wyatt's my boy.
Yeah,
he just wants to thank.
He inspired this match.
Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Thank you, Mountain Dew.
That's so confusing.
Thank you, Mountain Dew.
Wow, this is like one of those people like sponsoring an indie show.
That is absolutely absurd.
Brian, I'm just going to keep searching for. Let me see if I can find this Alexa Bliss. Brian, why don't you, as the foremost authority of Bray Wyatt, why don't you tell us what we can expect from this LA Knight Bray Wyatt Mountain Dew Pitch Black match?
Whoa. That was bad.
I honestly, is it going to be like a blue light? Is it going to be like a dark black light?
Poppy, they said black, dark.
I know. What does that mean, though?
All the lights in the arena are going to be shut off, and nobody's going to be able to see what's happening. And then,
like in your house, beware of dog.
Yeah.
That sounds like the worst thing that could ever happen.
Baja Blast exploding deathmatch would have been much cooler.
I really can't. I can't. I would have much rathered a cinematic event where it wasn't inspired by Mountain Dew and it was a Pitch Black match. Like,
hey, I mean, maybe it is.
But like, this doesn't make any goddamn sense.
You want to hear another rambling idiot who's connected to Bray Wyatt?
Let's hear it.
This is Alexa Bliss from last night. So basically what they did is, and it's so stupid because God forbid, like, they show a recap of what happened last week, go to something else, and then the person comes out later. God forbid. So it's like they have to recap you with, like, the Snickers Slam of the Week, starring Alexa Bliss, acting like a possessed zombie. And then immediately, out of nowhere, Alexa Bliss just appears. She's got her Effie jacket on like all the wrestlers have, and she stands on the commentary table, and basically I guess she's possessed or feeling comfortable embracing her pitch black side. So she's talking like she's in a coma. Here she is, Alexa Bliss. Let me know if you can hear it.
Bianca Belair might be the Raw Women's Champion, but I'm the only one here. Because when I busted her face open
None of this makes any
Bianca
sense.
decided to go run and hide. Smart on her end, because she knows she doesn't need to be afraid of Bray Wyatt or Uncle Howdy. She's afraid of me.
What does that even have to do with anything?
Look, and she's just
Because
so like.
I am the face of evil.
Then she just stared right in Corey Graves' face.
And I don't feel bad for what I did, because honestly, I haven't felt this good in a really,
So weird.
really long time.
He's off the bed.
Because I have finally taken control, and I am the one in charge.
Nice.
Oh, no.
I have the whole world in my hands.
Maybe
and
she's
I'm not
possessed by
afraid
Vince
to use
McMahon.
These hands to tear more scars into Bianca's face and take that Raw Women's Championship.
All right, that's enough of that.
Brian, your take?
Brian, care to weigh in?
I mean, what was so bad about it?
Oh my God! You know, it's
Everything.
It's so bad that I really can't even like describe it.
She looked uncomfortable.
It's a goddamn show.
They're
She
just
looked
everything is such. It's just such bad acting, and it's almost like the more that all the wrestlers of old, they say, "Well, how did you, Stone Cold? How'd you get so successful?" Well, you just gotta find something about yourself in the character, and you gotta put yourself in the character, and you gotta.
They're trying to make a connecting story.
Turn yourself up to 11, and it's like, you know what? This is dumb. Like maybe some of these wrestling characters need less of themselves in it. I don't know.
I really don't know either. I feel like they're trying to do something different with interweaving a storyline between like women's wrestling and men's wrestling, and I think it's kind of dope. I don't really know where it's going, but I want to see where it goes.
It's a pitch black.
Mountain Dew.
Well, whatever.
Thank you, Mountain Dew. What else happened on?
Are you
on
not
Raw?
intrigued to see what the hell happens?
Only
Not
like
really.
I'm intrigued to see what happens with Dominic Mysterio. It's hitting a different part of my funny bones.
Money.
It's funny.
What else happened? Hold on, because I want to get to Wrestle Kingdom as well. I guess that's
Sean,
it.
You didn't go to the GCW shows, right?
Oh.
You didn't go the
New Year's?
Was that the last one? Wasn't there one that was more recent?
Oh, in Chicago. Yeah.
It was Chicago. Right. You weren't
Shitty
there.
audio.
Yeah.
Breaking
Always shitty
news.
goddamn audio.
Breaking news, Stephanie McMahon has resigned and Vince is the chairman of the board again. And I have Stephanie McMahon's tweet right here. The tweet is then, now, forever, together. And it's a picture of this press release. Dear WWE Universe, about 8 months ago, I took a leave of absence and within a few weeks, unexpectedly had to return. With the opportunity of a lifetime. I had the privilege to return as the co-CEO and chairwoman of the board of WWE. I could not put into words how proud I am to have led what I consider to be the greatest company in the world, working alongside a remarkable leadership team and one of the strongest executives I have known in my my co-CEO, Nick Khan. Our founder, Vince McMahon, has returned as executive chair and is leading an exciting process regarding strategic alternatives. Alternatives to what? And with Nick Khan's leadership and Paul Triple H Levesque as our chief content officer, I'm confident that WWE is the perfect place to continue to provide unparalleled creative content and drive maximum value for shareholders. WWE is in such a strong position that I have decided to return to my leave and take it one step further with my official resignation. I like how, what a funny-ass way to say, I'm leaving again.
Well, I would say the strategic alternatives is basically saying that they're trying to sell the company.
Right, but it's just funny. Like, I have decided because WWE is in such a strong position, I've decided to return to my leave of absence and resign.
Her job is done now.
Yeah, hey, I did it. I did it. I look forward to cheering on WWE from the other side of the business where I started when I was a little kid as a pure fan. I will always remain dedicated to the WWE. I truly love our company, our employees, our superstars, and our fans, and I am grateful to all of our partners. Thank you for everything. Then, what? Now, What? Forever. Together. Steph. There you go. And then right under this tweet, you can just see a picture of her from 2002 with her tits out. So, you know, it's just crazy. Who knows what the next 40 years of tweets will bring. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, expected, I would say.
Absolutely. That's 100% expected.
Yeah, I mean, she stepped away the first time. And she had to come back when she didn't want. Not, you know, it wasn't in her power to come back. She just had to.
Man, I would love to know the real story. Like, I would love to know, like, have like a deep, in-depth, tell-all book or documentary about, like, because you remember she resigned like a few days before the Vince stuff came out. Yep. So it was like really weird timing for her to even resign. And then it's like, well, what is her relationship with Vince? You know, like what? Like it's just strange. It's just such an odd time.
She's always been like, it's crazy how long she's been affiliated with the shit. Like she started doing like, it's just crazy ever since she was a kid.
Early 20s. Well, yeah, as a kid, she was like,
yeah, even as like just always there. That was literally her whole entire goddamn life. It's insane.
I have like pictures of her in WWF magazine wearing shirts, modeling them. And like now looking back, I'm like, oh wow, that's Stephanie McMahon. Mm-hmm. And it's her with like a Macho Man shirt or like a Boink shirt.
Craziest life. Those people have the craziest lives.
Oh yeah.
Corporate assassination, corporate espionage. It's almost 10 o'clock.
He's got to make a book. He's got to make a book, dude. Write some kind of memoir with like a tell-all.
Well, apparently, I think yesterday she had like a Zoom call with all office employees, telling everybody, "Hey, you know, everything's fine. Things are going to be better." You know, and then stepped down and resigned. You love to see it. What a crazy time. What a crazy time in wrestling. And, you know, we thought 2022 was crazy. 2023 comes, and within, like, the first 2 weeks, Vince McMahon's back. Sasha Banks is back. All this shit's happening.
Money.
Money.
Well, you never said who you thought is going to win the Royal Rumble, Pat.
Oh, wait, remind me, Brian, you said Cody?
I said Cody.
And Sean, you with your heart saying Montez Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think here. What's up, y'all? Thanks for watching Blvd Bullies. We're finishing up our Royal Rumble discussion. It's 10 o'clock. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. And, Brian, I wish I had some of your delicious beers, but alas, I just had a cup of coffee like a well-behaved young man.
Hope it's delicious.
Yeah, who is going to win the Royal Rumble? I think I would like to see Cody do it just because I really want to see Cody versus Roman at some point. But what I could see happening is Cody gets screwed by someone. And now
That's exactly what I was going to say, Pat. He's going to get eliminated.
Yeah, he's going to get eliminated. It's either going to be Rollins and they're going to go to the Rollins rematch, which I could see. Or maybe they take it in another direction. But, yeah, I think Cody's going to have his path. Roman and Cody. Maybe we'll get Roman and The Rock.
Do you see The Rock? Do you feel it in your plumes that The Rock is going to come back?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think now more than ever he needs to do it just because of how much like
they've spoken about it.
Like not just the fact that it's being spoken on. I just think like in a business standpoint, like he really put himself in a rut with that movie. Well, what's the Black Adam, right? That's the name of that movie he came out with, Black Adam?
I don't think he put himself in a rut. He made like $1 bajillion probably.
But he's getting like such horrible backlash for the way he's handling this guy coming in and taking over DC creative control. Like the guy basically was like, yeah, there's not going to be no sequel of Black Adam. Sorry. The only thing we're moving forward with is Shazam. So he went and was like, okay, now I want a meeting with you guys, and I want to explain to you guys why we need this. And it's just there's negative comments about him out there. So like, what better way than for you to get back in the popular light, the positive light, than to go back to your roots, where you came from. All right, go to the Royal Rumble, challenge the guy that's gonna, hold the title. That's your family member, your cousin. And
I
you go
want
up
it to happen
against them.
so bad.
Yeah, that'd be
That was
awesome.
So good.
And it would be dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I just want to say,
imagine literally number 30, right?
Mm.
In the Alamo Dome.
Oh my God.
Like, that's a big arena. There's a reason why they took the bid for that. They already knew why they wanted that. Something had to have happened that, like, this is going down then. We need a good spot for this to happen. So they started looking at arenas like, is this a good spot? Is this a good spot? And you know what's a good spot that we're gonna get numbers of people just gonna sell out the spot and they're gonna be all the way up to the rafters? It's the Alamo Dome in San Antonio.
so that Shawn Michaels can come back.
Versus Sid.
Homeless Shawn Michaels.
Nick Gage, Shawn Michaels.
Trevor from GTA, Shawn Michaels.
It's very funny. I would love to see The Rock. I think that'd be fun. But I just want to say that weeks ago, I was the first one, before all this Black Adam stuff came out, I was the first one to say, hey, The Rock, full of shit. Full of shit. All propaganda. He's a fake politician. He's a young Rock. Get out of town, buddy.
They did you see that in that show, The Young Rock? They referenced him wrestling Roman Reigns.
Yep.
It's
like in the future.
Yeah. It was like was he like a baby Roman Reigns, and they were like talking about them fighting?
Yeah, he was like 6 years old, maybe like 4 or 5 years old, and he was like, "That's my cousin, Dewey."
It's honestly a good show if you've never watched it.
Give me a
It's
break.
just it's like if you don't like fucking shows, god damn it,
It's a stupid show for babies.
you're a goddamn baby.
It's just a show, baby.
All right, so let's talk about the second most popular, important news story in the world, which is Sasha Banks coming back in Wrestle Kingdom with awesome hair.
Money.
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 Money. I thought it was a flop, and I thought it was
it was a huge flop.
utter garbage. And, then I started thinking about it, and I was like, Sasha Banks has always sucked. If you really think about it, she's always been like a botch machine, weird, awkward human being with a wig.
With the wig.
Yeah.
There was a very short time where she wrestled without a wig on NXT.
Anyway, do you want to hear her equally as horrible promo? These promos to me, the one that Alexa Bliss cut, and this one, I've just been thinking about the Marina Shafir promo. You don't know me. You know that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, listen to this Sasha Banks here.
You don't know me.
You know me. You think you know me, but you don't know me. Here she comes.
Curry, oh, congratulations on making history tonight. I also know a thing or two about.
Sounds like she has
making
marbles in her mouth.
history.
These people are all on drugs.
Alexa Bliss at least fucking speaks fucking clearly.
I am here in New Japan and Stardom to make some more. Allow me to introduce myself.
Make some more what?
I'm the standard,
Oh.
the conversation, the blueprint, and the CEO of this women's division. So Kyrie-san, enjoy your IWGP Women's Championship while you can. Because that Battle in the Valley in San Jose, I'm gonna leave you bankrupt, bitch.
Bankrupt,
And you
bitch.
can bank on money.
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 Battle in the Valley.
Money.
That was
You
horrible.
can't tell me that Alexa Bliss doesn't speak more clearly than like her. She speaks like she has marbles in her mouth.
Money.
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 Money. Money.
This is Mercedes Money. Money.
Money.
The beat is fire.
And you could bank on that. Money.
Money.
That's definitely a fire fucking song.
Let's see. You want to hear the Marina? Brian, have you ever heard this Marina Shafir promo?
Oh, I gotta hear this now.
Was it on AEW?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
on
yeah.
AEW Dark. She was wearing a straw hat.
Oh my god. What's with
A24
fucking these guys'
Productions.
hats now?
A24 Productions. You Don't Know Me, starring Marina Shafir.
I wish it was a bucket straw hat.
Best Supporting Actress, straw hat. All right, ready?
It's a problem, all right.
Oh, geez. This is two guys watching the promo.
Oh, jeez. Right there.
Yeah, this Marina Shafir, directed by David Lynch. That's the title of this YouTube video.
I'm gonna speak here. The problem. She is a problem.
Hell yeah! This is it's got Twin Peaks music over it.
Albany.
Hell yeah!
We are.
My name is Marina Shafir, daughter of Disabella Shafir and Benjamin Shafir, and you welcomed us with open arms in '93 when we immigrated
Look at the hat.
here from Moldova. You know me. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
My parents created the problem. In Albany, you raised the problem. You are a part of the problem.
Hell yeah!
Live in Albany tonight. It's not the best.
I love the music.
All of you are part of the problem.
Let him have it, Marina.
Pretty good though.
Brian, what is wrong with you?
What?
You
She's not what's wrong
know
with what she's saying.
me.
Part of the problem.
She's just yelling at the
Part of the
crowd.
problem, Ian.
Brian, she's also Jewish. Look at this shot.
You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't
Yeah, hell yeah.
She's
You
tight.
don't know
She's tight.
nothing about me.
Losing her mind here, man. Look at Vicky. She loses
Yes,
the
dude.
same demand. That's the best.
Twin Peaks. Somebody put the Twin Peaks music over this. This is genius.
Understand this. When the violins play,
The violins plays the violins.
always on
When the
way.
violins play,
Wait,
violence.
She speaks very well.
Now I'm going to go pick some straw.
No, she doesn't speak well for you.
She's
That was
Jewish,
hard,
Brian. She's a
Brian.
fellow Jew, so you gotta support.
That's
Yeah,
way
so-
better than Mercedes Monet's fucking promo. It
Money.
sounds like she
Money.
has something in her mouth while she's talking.
Yeah, she
Weird.
sounds like she's on like some kind of Japanese painkillers.
She slurs her words. It's like I don't know if it's like just like a speech thing, but like it's like she's always done it.
I think
And
she-
in the Battle of the Valley.
well, that makes sense. That instead of having her wrestle at Wrestle Kingdom, they're gonna have her wrestle in San Jose, stateside.
Yep, and that's exactly what I told you guys. They're trying to bring the talent over here just with New Japan. Just New Japan, not New Japan Strong, because that's, from what I heard, that's out of the door now. No more New Japan Strong. So I think they're just really going gung-ho on just having the talent go over and bringing the show straight there. And lo and behold, they sold out the show, I think, in a day. So
New
the Battle of
ride?
the Valley
We're cruising.
officially sold out.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's an instant sellout, and hey, good for them.
Mm-hmm.
But then she botched the freaking. She has like a new move, which is
Yeah.
just this overly convoluted. Why would you ever lift somebody up in this manner? What
Mercedes Monet, you mean?
Monet?
Yeah.
What's
It's like
the
a
move?
gory. It's like a it's a gory stretch where you have your person on your back and you're wrenching them like this, and their bodies facing
they're
outward.
facing. Okay, yeah.
So she's holding you like this, and then with the left arm, you bring the weight over, and then you twist your body, catch them as you go around, and you drop in a DDT. Kyrie
What?
saying, yeah, it's very complicated. It's a
Can
very
you find a video of it, Pat?
it's a luchador move. She I think
Yeah, she went to like Mexico to learn it.
Hoovy
It
taught her how
looks
to
like
do the
shit. You
move.
said it looks like shit.
It looks
Well,
trash, bro.
And they messed it up though too, because I guess like the opponent needs to like whip around and land in like a
their
DDT position and then take the DDT. But instead, like Kyrie, I guess, got confused as she was coming around. She just dropped to a knee. So, and then like Sasha in a quick attempt to save the move, like snapped her body back.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like thud, thud. Oh, dude, it was so bad, so bad. Best part about it was the hair, in my opinion.
Money.
Weird, melty hair.
So before we go on with Wrestle Kingdom, I forgot one crucial thing.
What?
That happened in WWE, probably the thing that I love the most right now, which is that Dominic Mysterio got out of prison, and now he's a member of the Ballers, Saints Row, or the San Andreas Ballers, basically. Did you guys see any of this? Now he knows how Martha Stewart really feels.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, let's listen to this audio here. This is Dominic Mysterio. Basically, let's just set the stage. He comes out with the Judgment Day, and he basically looks like he's dressed like Conan from like the 90s. Right. He's got the bandana. Woo-hoo! He's got the Prison Mike purple bandana and the Conan shirt, and he's got a teardrop in his eye, and he might be the worst actor ever. I want everybody to know after we listen to this, worst promo of the week: Sasha Banks, Dom Mysterio, or freaking Alexa Bliss. Also, honorable mention, which we'll get to later, is Jon Moxley. Adam Page was also terrible. But here's Dom Mysterio and on Miz TV.
I think I speak for everyone in the arena when I say we all want to know what happened, don't we?
Yeah, you want to know? Imagine being locked up with the world's most dangerous people.
Yo, in this story that he tells about slapping the guy who was like talking about him when he was sleeping or something.
And it's either push or be pushed.
You heard him say,
so what did you...
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where he's like...
He overheard him.
Dude, and you know what? It's like, who writes this fucking shit? Because...
He slapped him awake.
Yeah, honestly, like, think about it. If you were involved, if you were in the room, and you were the writer, and it was like, okay, here's the storyline. Because so far, so good, right? Listen, Dom gets arrested. He goes to prison. And he comes out of prison. He's been in prison for like 10 hours. And he comes out like a hardened, changed man. And it's like, oh, okay, great. We got this great idea. Okay, cool. What's the next step? Okay, now Dom's out of prison. He comes out. He's completely changed. And he's sitting with The Miz talking about his prison experience. Okay, so far, so good, right? And then, so we're all sitting in the writer's room together. And it's like, okay, what's a good story that Dom can tell about, surviving in prison, right? And there's so many stories that you could pick up that, make sense. But this story is so... stupid. It's like an AI wrote what a human would write. And it's kind of like the prison story. It's kind of like the prison story that you would tell, but it doesn't make any sense. Right before he was asleep, I heard it. Let's just listen. Let's just. Oh my God, it's
really bad.
The most ridiculous. And he just looks.
Everyone else is hyping him up. They're like, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? He is light years better and more entertaining than he was, because he was really bad before this. But let's listen to this.
You decide.
I did a lot of thinking, and I thought, if I am ever gonna see mommy on the other side again, I had to do what I had to do.
Finn Balor just completely doesn't care anymore.
And when life comes at you with crazy changes, you just gotta grab it by the balls.
Grab it by the balls.
Kind of like what Maurice does to you.
That was weird too. It's like, what the hell?
Okay. Look.
And what is Miz wearing? He has a belt.
You're right. It's not about
Very
you.
Texas.
Hey, Dom,
yes,
why don't you tell him that wild story?
Tell him the wild story.
Scare that guy straight.
Tell him how you had to scare the guy straight.
That's actually a good story.
It's
I was
actually
in my
a good
cell,
story.
right, with my cellmate, top bunk, where I was sleeping.
Top bunk.
And I overheard him saying that he wanted to punch a hole in my face.
Overheard him saying to who?
What'd you do, Dom? I hopped down, I slapped him awake, and I asked him, "We got a problem here?" And that was that.
That was that. That was the end of the
Must
story.
have been a traumatic experience. I think this entire arena needs to give you a round of applause for sharing this perseverance of the human spirit.
This is so weird.
And now I really, truly know how Martha Stewart feels.
I'm sure you do.
I'm sure you do.
Look, I have to ask. We've been talking a lot about prison, and my sources tell me that you were only held in county jail for a few hours.
What you just say?
Whoa, look, he's wearing a $500 off-white flannel. Like, look, it's just a question. I mean, what are you going to tell me next? That you were eating gruel omelets in the clink and getting chased by Dementors?
Hell yeah.
Say that again.
Well, look. Maybe.
So but that's like highly entertaining, but I don't understand who the good guy is because it's like once
Doesn't
again.
make any sense.
I think. Listen, I'll say this. I think Mercedes promo was dog shit because she was trying super duper hard, and I think with this whole Dom situation, I think the route they're going is he's what do you call it? He's what do you call it when somebody not possessed, but they're not influenced, but it's like I don't know. It's they have him doing something that it's working.
He's feeling it right now. Yeah, it's working for him. Yeah,
it's working for him. It's like it's supposed to be cheesy,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
So I think in that sense, I think his was much better, much more entertaining. It is still horrible, but it's like it's funny to watch horrible.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I think that it's just like, yeah, it's so stupid, but hey, it's working. And, you know, Dom is like kind of interesting now, so fuck it. Let's just keep it going, see what we can do.
Keep it going.
Oh, man. Yeah, I love that. What else happened at Wrestle Kingdom? We saw Okada beat Jay White and become the 6-time IWPG World Heavyweight title. Jay White apparently gone, done with New Japan. He's scheduled for some kind of loser leaves Japan match.
With Hikuleo of the Bullet Club.
So what's going to happen? He's going to go to WWE?
I for his sake, I'd hope so, because I think everybody who leaves or just needs to get signed goes to AEW. They become the debut character. They have a big match. They wind up on the Friday show Rampage. Then they'll show up on Dynamite the next week, and then they're in a faction, and then they get lost in the mix. Now, I think if he goes to the WWE, and we're talking about the Rumble, why not have somebody like him debut in the Rumble?
That'd be
you know
awesome.
What I'm saying? It'd
But,
be
you
dope.
know, the debuts and the guest spots in the Rumble are like no fun unless they win. You know, it'd be cool to win, but that's not really good for business. I
But
mean,
look
Chelsea.
At AJ. Look at AJ's.
Yeah.
AJ was a name that was synonymous with Impact in New Japan, and nobody ever thought that he'd get there. And guess what? Number 3 comes in, and it's AJ Styles. He doesn't win, but it's like at the end of the day, when you're leaving the arena and Roman's getting his hand raised by the Walk, you're still thinking in your head, yo, we just saw AJ Styles.
Yeah, and I think AJ made it to the Final Four that year, if I'm not mistaken, as well. I've been hearing that Zack Ryder might appear in the Rumble, and, you know, they're saying that Chelsea Green is already re-signed and just waiting for creative, so you could probably guarantee to see her in the Royal Rumble. I keep trying to go to Wrestle Kingdom, but real quick, Women's Royal Rumble, quick predictions.
Women's Royal Rumble predictions. The women's division is so like topsy-turvy. Like it's good, it's bad. Bianca's been on top for so long, and I'm happy that she's on top for so long because she's actually somebody I actually enjoy watch wrestling. Brian, I know you're not a fan of women's wrestling, but that's somebody who I think I can actually watch and it's entertaining. When I went to WrestleMania back in Tampa,
of all the females,
she is. She most certainly is.
120%.
And then you think about the other names. You got Ronda Rousey. Rousey,
I was trash.
She sucks, but then she also just said that she wants to go after tag gold. So we're gonna be seeing her and Shayna go after tag gold, which is cool. I personally think the winner of this Royal Rumble is going to be Bayley.
Bayley's a good one. Brian, prediction?
I was thinking maybe like a Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I think Rhea is definitely my pick. I would love to see.
Didn't she win the Women's Royal Rumble?
She's going to be the only 2 times.
She could win. Why can't she? She can win twice.
No, I'm just saying she did, and she lost to Charlotte.
Right.
I like the idea of maybe Naomi coming back winning. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But who knows? Okay, more New Japan Wrestle Kingdom that I didn't watch. Omega beat the shit out of Will Ospreay. We already talked about that. And our predictions came true for FDR. When it rains, it pours. You got to be careful with that championship collector gimmick because, as we know, it usually ends in a consecutive losses.
Yep.
So, they lost AAA titles, Ring of Honor titles, and now the IWGP titles, all within the span of 30 days. So what does that mean for them?
Maybe they'll come back at the Rumble.
I heard April their contracts are up, so who knows?
April. Oh, shit.
Maybe you could see it. And you know what's crazy? It's guys going from WWE to AEW was the most exciting thing for the last few years. But now the most exciting thing is thinking about which of those AEW guys are going to go back. Because it's like, how cool would it be to see FTR come out to a huge pop, returning heroes, and face the Usos or something like that?
Yep.
That'd be awesome. I'd be so into that. Because, Cody Mania moment was one of my favorite moments of the year last year. You love to see it.
Agree.
What else happened? Carl Anderson finally lost the New Japan open weight or the never openweight title. Leo Rush broke his nose. Zack Sabre Jr. won the first ever IWGP TV title, which supports your theory, Sean, of that they're coming stateside.
Oh yeah, baby.
In a big way.
Why? What is that? Why is that?
Well, I feel like a TV title, and they're doing more U.S. shows. Like Sean said, NJPW Strong is like kind of not really doing it, and or it is doing it, or whatever we were talking about before.
I honestly just think that they're tired of their talent being on another show, bringing ratings when it's like we can do the exact same thing
right
over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why allow these guys? Not allow them. Why have them go over there and have these matches on AEW when we can go and do a show over there in the States and run it on Fight and get good numbers for it? Because people are going to watch it. It's going to sell out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know? So,
yeah, I think that's going to be a great pay-per-view for them. The return of Sasha Banks.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Money.
Hey, also, just want to say quickly about the Royal Rumble as well. Keep going back to that because it's my favorite time of year. Road to WrestleMania.
Understandable.
Kofi Kingston, Royal Rumble legend, Kofi Kingston, fought Joe Gacy last week. And I just thought that was so cool because I've always been a big Joe Gacy fan. And to fight Kofi Kingston on NXT, that's awesome.
Well, they're tagged. Are they? Who's
the New Days are the tag champions. I don't know what the angle is, but I just know that they fought, and I just thought that was cool for Joe.
They had a singles. That is definitely awesome.
They went over there. They challenged the champions. They won, and now I guess they're just really trying to help bring the younger talent up. Like you got the Joe Gacy's and stuff like that.
Xavier Woods back in the day on NXT was like the best shit.
He still is good, man.
I'm just saying like that. He's like back in his roots right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's always something about a smaller, intimate setting in wrestling that just makes it more fun as a performer.
Yeah, and I'm not into NXT so much, but I'm just thinking that he's super into it, and it must be super awesome to be like with a smaller like crowd.
Oh yeah, and he's getting used.
Yeah,
which is awesome
for sure.
I want to play these wrestling video games that are coming out this year.
The AEW comes out soon, right?
I need a new video game to play. I've been playing.
It's gonna be for you. You guys have Game Pass?
I don't have an Xbox. My Xbox stopped working.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm a PlayStation guy. Yeah.
But damn it. Well, I have Game Pass, and I'm gonna get it for free.
I just started playing FIFA, so I'm becoming a real sports nerd. I was playing FIFA yesterday. Pretty fun. Soccer. That's soccer.
Yeah, I understand.
Not like Kingdom Hearts 3, which is a baby game for babies.
You don't understand.
Whatever.
Hey,
so Bola happened, and Chris Jericho showed up at Bola, which made my blood run cold.
Back streets back, all right.
You say that, but it's honestly, he didn't have a match. He came out to support his boy, Daniel Garcia.
He had a 10-man tag.
He had a 10-man tag in an indie ring.
I thought he just came out with Daniel Garcia and
No.
assist. I didn't even understand.
It looked like the Survivor Series 8-on-8 match in that.
But that's sick of him to go. He's fucking Chris Jericho wrestling with indie fucking guys in a fucking tiny place.
Jericho.
We were just talking about wrestling in a tiny place and how sick it must be, and it must be so sick for him to go and be able to do that.
Yeah, and I guess in the end, it's like, oh, Chris Jericho's making noise and making people look at Bola, but it's like, well, you know,
it's like
people look at Bola.
Yeah,
it's like
the
Metallica playing Webster Hall when they played Webster Hall. Yeah.
No, it's not. Nope. It's like the indie band that everybody's growing to love performing at Webster Hall, and the Metallica opening with like Master of Puppets, and it's like, all right, I'm done. See you later. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got Jonathan Gresham, Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Blackwood there. You got notable names that are making a name for themselves on the indie circuit. And what better event than Bola to go out there and show the world that you are the next best thing out there. And guess what? Here comes Gold Jacket coming out.
Men on a mission.
Big tag match. You taking away from what these young guys could do. And instead of him wrestling, what I think he should have done was gone out there and challenged the winner, Speedball Mike Bailey. That would have been the greatest thing to do. You think you're great, Speedball? Well, I'm the Ocho. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that most people are disapproving of him going to do that, like and taking away from the indie people, like you're saying?
No, but people like Pat and myself who think about that, I think would lean towards that because you're taking away.
I just think it wasn't very punk rock. I hate when things that are cool and underground, get like taken on and adapted by the mainstream. And, the thought process is like, oh, well, Chris Jericho bought a whole bunch of new fans. He brought all his Chris Jericho fans, and now all these people know about Bola. But honestly, I don't think that's true because I don't think that...
He wasn't advertised, was he?
No.
No, but it's like internet buzz.
It's not. I would.
It's like eyeballs and stuff like that.
I would say that's another thing of returning to roots. Like he did. Like was he not an indie guy when he started?
Jericho?
Yeah.
25 years ago.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Right. So I would say that he's allowed to go to these indie what other wrestler has done that before?
Listen, I'm not saying Cena has done it.
He's gone to so then what's wrong with Chris Jericho doing it?
Because Brian, Battle of Los Angeles is a show where the greatest indie talent are booked to put on great matches that get showcased so the big companies can look at it and be like, wow, this is somebody that I want from my company. So he could put these 5-star matches on when I need him to at shows like WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that's Chris Jericho was involved with it. So why a big, huge star getting involved with the younger stars makes it interesting?
It's like when John Cena came out at ECW One Night Stand, and everybody booed the hell out of him. He was the most popular guy in WWE at the time, but in the ECW arena, he got the shit booed out of him.
Yeah, like you don't belong.
Yeah, you don't belong here.
Yeah. But it was awesome. That's one of the most fun things to watch to this day. That's like the best shit.
Yeah, because fans knew how to act back then. That short time ago. Throw the shirt back. Anyway, Ricky Starks beat Chris Jericho last week on Dynamite. So, Chris Jericho doing the jobs for the guys, just doing the Lord's work, showing up at Bola. Hi, fellow kids. It's me, Chris Jericho.
Yes, I'm still awake.
Is it not sick? I feel like it's sick of him to do that.
Yeah, sick in the head. Pat, are you still playing Skater XL? I haven't played Skater XL in a while. I wonder if it would have an update that I'd be interested in. That would be a fun time. That would be a good old time. Brian, what are you playing these days?
I haven't played shit, dude. I've had zero time to do shit. I started Demon Souls, but haven't progressed.
I was playing. I restarted Mafia on the PS4. I haven't really touched it. I've done a few missions. I got up to the racing part, and then after the race, I haven't really touched it.
Yeah,
I encouraged me to pick up my controller again.
I kind of ran out of steam on Mass Effect 3 as well.
You should try High on Life.
Well, I will. Well, yeah. Let me just buy an Xbox and get Xbox Game Pass and just get myself all set up.
I forget that.
Sure, Brian. Sure.
PlayStation doesn't have a fucking deals with games and shit.
Yeah, it's called PlayStation Plus.
Not all of us are, PS5 and Xbox One X owners, Brian.
Well, I work hard for my goddamn money.
Hey, how did that raffle or how did that auction go last week?
Oh Jesus, I drank too much coquito.
You drank too much coquito and you spent too much.
Can I say how much you dropped on Larry's card?
Oh no, was this for the world to say?
Hear me.
Huh?
Was this for the world to see on the thing?
So Brian was going head to head with someone. I think so. Danny DeMonto waits for Brian. So I jumped in the chat to see, like, I wanted to see it go down. So I get in at the same time as Brian, and then DeMonto goes, "Oh, Ginsburg's here. Let's run the card." Like, he already knows what time it is with Brian.
Facts.
He already knows how Brian does. So the card goes up. Brian put $100.
It started at 20, and I sent it to 100.
What is wrong with you, dude?
He goes, starting bid $20. Brian throws 100. This guy goes 140. Brian goes 160. Dude goes 180. Brian does the 200. Guy goes, "I'm out."
That was it.
200.
Wow, Brian, king of the auction.
Dude, that should get your heart going.
So, it's like your version of sports betting.
I guess.
Yeah.
There's no luck really. It's just like being stupid.
Stupidity, yeah. Massive stupidity.
$200.
Was that the highest selling item of the evening?
I'd say so.
I don't think it is, because he had some like he had like a fucking worn Psycho Clown mask or something.
Well, for a card, that was the highest.
Oh yeah, for sure, for the card, yeah. No, I think the other ones, 200 was probably the highest, but I think the other ones went for like 150.
Yeah, you definitely spend the most on a card.
I feel so stupid because last week we were talking about how we need to get the camera fixed, and Brian's like, "Hey, if we need to buy a new camera, I'll throw down some money." And if I knew he was going to throw down $200 on the Larry card, I'd be like, "Hey, yeah, we'll take some money." Anyway, speaking of money, Jeff Jarrett is still stealing it from the wrestling business. Slap nuts. He's great, though.
He's doing worse than Chris Jericho?
No, I love Jeff Jarrett. I think he looks better than Chris Jericho. He looks like he's in better shape. He's more animated. He's got more life.
Is he older?
I don't
He's
know.
56, I think.
I think he's older than Chris. I don't think Chris Jericho's 56.
But I loved this.
Jeff Jarrett is 56.
I'm saying I think that means that Jeff Jarrett is older than Chris Jericho.
I love the angle that they did on Wednesday. They did the reverse Dusty, where the heels cheated, won the tag team championship titles.
And they reversed it.
And then referee Aubrey Edwards, who is a Seattle Supersonic, came out and reversed it and got a big pop, big cheer. Everybody goes home happy. Everyone loves their life. Double J, Jeff Jarrett. And then, of course, E-double-T. Money. But, yeah, I love this. And now I guess we're going to get a rematch at Battle of the Belts, which I actually watched on Friday, but didn't watch. I had it on, but I wasn't watching. I'd assume the Acclaimed one, but Jeff Jarrett's on a kind of like a tear.
I don't think there's ever been a title change on Battle of the Belts. I think it's just been matches, and then
Darby Allin. Oh no, Darby Allin won the title from Joe at the end of Dynamite.
Yeah,
that was Dynamite. Yes.
And he calls out. Well, Joe came out and he went for Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne was sitting ringside. Nick Wayne, a Seattle native.
Off the air. That was off the air, right?
No. As soon
it was
as
on the air.
Yeah, as soon as Joe turns the corner from coming down the ramp, he sees Nick Wayne. He goes up to him. He starts roughing him up, and then this guy Darby Allin comes out. Match goes on. Darby wins. They go off the air. They're getting ready for Rampage. He gets out. He tells Nick Wayne to jump the guardrail. For those of you who don't know, Nick Wayne, wrestling prodigy, 18 years old, Buddy Wayne's son. Wrestles for GCW and other wrestling companies like Defy and whatnot. So he gets in the ring. He's actually signed to AEW, but he cannot be on the active roster until he is a high school graduate, which will be, I guess, June, May of this year. So he guaranteed him a title shot. So maybe Darby will hold the title for quite some time, and the first person we'll see him take it off of him is Nick Wayne.
Nicholas Wayne.
He only has to hold it for 5 months.
Which is possible.
I was a little upset because I was so into Samoa Joe, King of Television.
Does he still have the Ring of Honor?
No, he lost that too.
He did. So who?
He lost it to Wheeler Yuta Hobbs Trios something.
So then Joe's probably taking some time off.
Maybe. I mean, that kind of stinks. I kind of like myself some King of Television Samoa Joe.
I want Joe back in WWE when he was like, the bad guy. Remember that when he was on SmackDown telling Jeff Hardy like,
oh, that was great. Yeah, Samoa Joe's great.
Samoa Joe, AJ Styles was awesome too.
Yeah.
I also hated this. This is another terrible promo. I thought the MJF Bryan Danielson thing went on way too long, and it was like, oh, I'll agree to your things if you agree to my things. You don't have the guts. Well, you're going to wrestle. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Okay, you agree to my thing. So basically, he got tricked into a 1 hour. MJF got tricked into a 1 hour Iron Man match, where I guess at whatever their March pay-per-view is.
Yep.
Revolution.
Yeah, and oh my God, this was annoying. And then like MJF's face when he gets a 1-man Iron Man match. Overacting. I'm over MJF. So annoying. So weird. Him getting the title is kind of like strange. He's on TV every week now.
I thought the match that Bryan Danielson had was good. Who did he wrestle on Dynamite?
He fought was it Tony Nese? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Tony Nese. That was I thought that was a good fucking match, man.
And star of Nese's Pieces, Tony Nese. And he got knocked out. He got incapacitated, passed out in the Regal lock or Regal stretch or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do they keep emphasizing Regal?
I don't know. It's just let it go. Let it go. Let's just let the storyline move on. And then also another terrible promo. Jon Moxley, I guess the microphone audio was going to the TV broadcast, but not to the live audience in attendance. So he just says right to the microphone on live TV, "What the fuck?"
No.
He really doesn't give a shit.
Dude, in AEW's short time on the air, they have said the F-bomb more times than I've ever heard on television.
They must get an allowance of F-bombs because I think that you're allowed to say the F-bomb on TV, honestly.
Or maybe if you're like if you're a sporting match.
I mean, it's an entertainment show.
It's live air, but I think there's certain things you cannot say.
I guess, but I mean,
you definitely can't be like a sitcom and just say the F word. I don't think that that's allowed.
The only word that I know that they can use bitch because bitch is also a reference to a dog. So if you want to be technical,
they say fuck on Chucky, but that's USA, but it's like the same as TNT.
Yeah, but isn't that show on at like 11 o'clock?
That's the thing, though.
Yeah, I guess it's later.
Also the hours that these words are being used. So after 10 p.m., you guess the children are asleep.
Right.
So you go and you curse away.
Yo, and have you ever watched Chucky live on television? Or do you just watch it streaming?
No, I've watched, like, it came on after wrestling, and I've just left it on, and they definitely drop F-bombs.
Huh.
Yeah. It's fuck. Yeah.
Huh.
It's a good, I mean, I would say it looks like it's a good show. I've never really sat and paid attention to it besides hearing them say F and blood.
Interesting.
You know
Cable can technically say whatever, but networks can have their own standards. Well, and at some point, I guess the FCC would get involved. But think about it. You watch an NFL game, and they could get away with an F-bomb here or there because sometimes the field is mic'd for a little too long.
Yeah.
You know, and the guy like says an F-bomb, so I don't know.
You mean the players?
Yeah.
The players. Yeah, I guess that is much different, though.
They've got to be trash talking the whole time.
Yeah.
Right, but they
fuck you.
No, because I think what they do is when when the quarterback's about to snap the ball, they have the audio on the field. But then for like the play, and after the play, they take the audio off the field. So sometimes
are the players mic'd?
No,
some of them are mic'd up.
Some of them are mic'd, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, but sometimes you get a quarterback saying, "Hey, line the F up."
I'm surprised it doesn't happen like more often than not.
I'm sure it does.
Jon Moxley's the king of the F-bomb on television, though. I mean, undisputed king.
Undisputed, dude.
All hail.
He lets him fly, and I love it.
And him and Hangman were being like over actors, over dramatic. You guys have any juice for this match, Sean? Any juice for anything going on in AEW at all?
At all, absolutely not.
Dude, I think the Iron Man match between Bryan Danielson and MJF will be awesome to watch. I don't think that would be a bad match.
Yeah, I'll definitely tune in for the last 10 minutes. or like a clip show
definitely
of.
not winning though. I'll tell you that much.
You think MJF is going to keep? I mean, he should definitely keep it. It would be so annoying if he lost.
MJF will be their longest reigning champion.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of longest reigning champions at AEW, Jade just hit her 365 with the the TNT title or the TBS title?
I can't even take it.
365. You're talking about women's division in AEW. What about their women's division?
What's your problem with Jade Cargill, Brian?
Do you ever watch her matches? Half the time she's trying to fix her gear.
A storm is coming.
And you know what?
Isn't that like the Warner Brothers logo?
It looks like it.
I love when the lead comes in.
Sounds like old school, like rock.
Brian,
here comes. Woo! Demonetized.
It's good. She sucks.
Yeah, hell yeah, Jade. Hell yeah.
She's not great. She's not great.
Yeah, she's a twerp.
I think she's awesome. I think that when I look at Sasha Banks, all I see is mini Jade Cargill now.
Yeah, but I feel like Jade Cargill has the look, but doesn't have like the motions. Like she moves very weird, just like not well. She doesn't move well.
You just called her Gumby.
What are you calling her, Gumby?
Gumby. I think that's
Gumby.
You called her Gumby.
Gumby.
She doesn't move well. That's Gumby.
Gumby Gil.
Gumby.
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 Jade Cargill won like a tag match. She has like this whole thing with Red Velvet. You think she's gonna drop the title to Red Velvet? Who will dethrone Jade Cargill?
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, where are they even going with this? Because it's like, if you have her holding the title for 365 days, which is an entire year, somebody who's dethroning her has to be much better than her.
Is it possible that it's Mercedes Moné?
Moné.
Well, what they're saying is that she's going to be Soraya's mystery tag partner this week.
And they're going to win, is it tag team belts?
So, no, it's her, and it would be Mercedes and Saraya versus Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker.
That's pretty fucking sick if they do that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, on the interview, Britt Baker came out and she said, "She's the champ and I'm the boss." And Britt Baker like called herself the boss. And you know, one thing that's very prevalent in wrestling these days is extremely obvious foreshadowing.
Yep.
Yeah, extremely, extremely obvious foreshadowing. So, you know, might be. But
See,
then
I'm more of an appreciator of extremely obvious foreshadowing than blatant promoting. Like, I would be tight if like they just announced that Mercedes Moné is coming.
Money.
I hate that.
Monet.
I'm much more of a fan of an unannounced
Cha-ching.
surprise.
You know, I just don't understand why they had to do the Sheeta. Like, Saraya apparently lacks all personal skills. Like, she's never had a conversation with two friends before. She doesn't have any brothers or sisters. You know, it's like she's sitting with Toni Storm to her right and Sheeta to her left, both of whom have come out to her assist and aid and, fighting alongside. It's like, well, who's going to be your tag partner? And, you know, Saraya, she could have said, what would a normal person say? What would a normal wrestler say? Well, you know, these two girls have had my back. They're the two of the best female wrestlers in the world. I guess you're just going to have to tune in to find out. You know, to you guys at home, to you, Renee Moxley Good, and to Sheeta and Toni Storm, everyone's going to find out next week, right? Then you could have the boss slip in, you know, all that stuff. But the fact what she does is she turns to Toni Storm and she goes, "I choose you." And completely shits on Sheeta.
Yeah, she
that was so awkward. Like, what human beings interact like this?
But I feel like was that not trying to create a story of beef between them?
But the story is the mystery partner. It's not the beef.
I'm saying that I think, but that's creating a tension between their friendship.
Money.
Money.
Is it gonna be Sasha Banks? Yes or no?
I would hope so.
Mercedes Moné.
Moné.
Yes. I say yes.
And that would be that's the debut tomorrow. That's her. That would be tomorrow.
Yeah.
I bet you that there's no way that she's wrestling. There is no way that you are going to see her in the wrestling ring before this New Japan thing. No shot.
So who do you think it is?
I think that they tried to get Sasha Banks and they can't get Sasha Banks until after the San Jose date. So they're doing this whole thing with Sheeta and Toni Storm, and we'll work Monet into it later.
So you think it's going to be Toni Storm?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Toni Storm, and Sheeta's going to like attack her. Ooh, maybe that's what happened. Maybe I mean, if you're going to do Monet, maybe Sheeta, Tanya Harding's Toni Storm. So that Soraya's left without a partner. Now who makes the save? Monet.
Okay. Right.
Monet.
Yeah. But see, that's another thing. Willow, Adam, I think that's a great point. I think that Sasha Banks isn't going to be anywhere near this, and they're just kind of cashing in on the vibe or hype that she is.
It would be Saraya Willow. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and you get Willow over. You know what? I would like that better. That would be Monet to me.
Monet.
What else happened? That's really it. And then
we have a large day coming.
Next week.
No,
not even next week. This Thursday.
This week. All
What
right.
do we got? Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to be on the Pell Hates Everything podcast, which is what, youtube.com/Pell Hates Everything, or just type in Pell Hates Everything. You know, it's much like this podcast. There aren't very many people watching.
Right.
But
they're probably less watching that one.
I think it would be cool. I think it'd be really cool if Bullies Nation showed up.
Oh yeah,
took
come
over.
Everybody. All of you.
So tomorrow at 9, we're gonna be doing that, and then the next night,
show them how we do.
Show them how we do. Except Sean, you have to go to Philadelphia to capture Joey Janela's blood.
Yep.
Right.
I gotta go get Joey's blood in Philly.
You gotta go punch him in his little mouth.
Yeah. I
Get
gotta
some
get that
blood for
blood
your
over
car.
there.
So you're not gonna be there. You're gonna be collecting blood.
Yep, I'm gonna be doing the what do you call it? The blood donation people's
Tomorrow,
job.
tomorrow.
Red
the
Cross.
It's gonna be 9 p.m.
Yeah, Red Cross.
Yeah, 9 p.m. Pell Hates Everything
It's
tomorrow.
gonna be live.
It's gonna be live, and we're gonna be sitting on a sofa.
9 p.m.
And,
Apparently, we're sitting on a
sleeping at 9 a.m.
You know,
oh shit, that is during Dynamite.
That is during Dynamite. Yeah. Well, you know, and listen, the toxic tweet along is in a holding pattern until
you don't even do it because of your camera.
Yeah, until the camera gets back, we're taking a break on the toxic tweet along, and also New Game Thursday made its illustrious return last week. But this week we can't do it because we're gonna be an outlaw.
Outlaw, baby, at the Queen's Brewery.
At the Queen's Brewery.
39 Culver Street in Ridgewood, New York.
Dog collar match between Homicide and Crowbar. Crowbar accompanied to the ring by Kevin Sullivan, and Homicide accompanied to the ring by
Vinny Stigma.
Vinny Stigma. Now, you know, I actually saw our friend Kevin Gill. He was on Uncorked with Kid Osborne.
Our friend.
and our buddy Kevin Gill said he was promoting it, and he was like, "Oh, you know, I'm back in Queens, and I'm working with Outlaw, this promotion, Outlaw." And I was like, "Oh boy, here we go." and then he's like, "You know, Vinny Stigma's gonna be on the card. He's first ever time New York hardcore is meshing with New York independent wrestling, and I'm happy to bring it." And I just said to myself, you know what? There's no way that I'm going to be announcing this main event. I guarantee you that when we get there, I am going to hear and be told by the powers that be that Kevin Gill is definitely announcing the main event, if not perhaps the rest of the show.
That would be highly depressing.
I just feel like, you know, Kid Osborne is the kiss of death. The kit of death, you know.
Why is that?
I just feel like anybody who interacts with him brings us poison and bad news.
What the fuck?
You know, he's a short little man. He's a tiny little man, so.
He's a funny guy.
So I think his shoe size is like a 6.5.
No way.
Yeah, I think Kid Osborne wears size 6.5 shoes. Kevin of Gill, of course, wearing size 16.5 shoes. So, you know,
78-year-old Kevin Gill.
65-year-old Kevin Gill. That's you know why? Because him and Vinny Stigma went to grade school together in 1942. So he owes him a favor. So that's what's gonna happen.
That's very funny.
Yeah, so that's something to look forward
That's
to.
nice.
And I have a feeling though that even if Kevin Gill does a hostile takeover, and wants to wear his Dickies shorts and his high socks to the show and ring announce that.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm actually excited for another match that I know is happening. It's the SAT.
Well, yeah,
like Jaden Vallow and like
Marcus
Mathers.
Yeah,
it's gonna be sick. Dude.
So I would hope that's what I was getting at. I would hope that even if Kevin Gill, stages a coup against the Bullies, that that the SAT will step in and be like, you're going to be announcing for us.
Oh, dude, I would be so hype.
And if that happens, then we're going to be all right. But
either way, we're going to be all right. We're going to be there slinging merch, doing what we do.
Yeah, slinging merch, doing what we do. Bren, you say do more YouTube. Twitch sucks eggs. Well, on Thursday we're all going to have our cameras charged. And we're going to be filming all the behind the scenes. So if Kevin Gill and Vinny Stigma, combine powers to form some kind of 500-year-old, beast of ring announcing and managing, then we're going to be there to document it. If the chain is too thin and the collars of poor quality, we will be there to document it.
Do you know? Adam brings up a good point. Do you know if AEW has rectified the SAT situation?
I actually am.
What I saw was I think it was Joel put out a video saying that AEW reached out to the SAT and it wasn't Khan, it was a representative, and they told the rep, we don't want to speak to you. We want to speak to Tony Khan. So until Tony Khan speaks to them, they want nothing to do with it. So it's still going on. Still going on.
That's interesting.
Yep.
So, but they haven't said it again. Have they used Spanish Announced Project on TV?
Yeah, they actually had on Dark yesterday. There was a match. They promoted it. SAP.
So they're still going full fucking force with it.
Oh yeah.
They're talking. They're retweeting. It's like, look at these idiots. Look at these morons. Like every time the clip pops up of them, basically the SAT are like burying.
Well, don't they also have a show coming up soon? The SAT?
They have a Now show coming up, which I'm hoping to confirm my booking at on Thursday. Wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Gill walks away with that one too. So we'll see what happens.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. That would be a bummer. But no, they have not rectified it, which I like because, now I'm seeing, this is from December 23rd. This is the original SAT post of him saying like, hey, I want to talk to you. I did see what you were referring to, Sean.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, but I can't find it now because I know it was Joel and not Jose.
I saw on Instagram.
Yeah, I think. Oh, wait, here we go.
There he goes. That's it.
Reached out. I find it crazy.
It's crazy.
AEW just reached out. Unfortunately, it was not Tony Khan. It was one of his guys. We don't want to speak to the bookers. We don't want to speak to talent relations. We don't want to speak to anybody else other than Tony.
Oh,
so,
tight.
Mr. Khan, hey, reach out to us.
Yo, I love that he gets his dog to stop barking.
I don't know what they're trying to accomplish by making a wedge between us and speaking to you, sir, but we need to talk about this. Please give us a shout. We would love to sit down and talk like men. I find it crazy. AEW just reached out.
I find it crazy. I can't believe that he just got his dog to just, hey, shh.
Caesar Milan.
Yeah, he fucking Caesar Milan'd him, dude. Yo,
that makes me kind of tight, and you can hear that he's tight in his voice.
Yeah, he's getting a little tight. It's maybe a little desperate though. I mean, because someone's trying to get a booking maybe out of it, but I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either. I hope that they do get the booking out of it. Honestly, I'd rather see them on fucking AEW than fucking SAP.
Yeah, basically, just a quick update for those of you who don't know. Serpentico, Angelico, and Luthor have formed a clique, a crew, a faction in the AEW named the Spanish Announce
Project.
Project, right?
Proyecto.
SAP.
Well, and that's the funny joke is SAP is like what you put your TV into.
Broadcast
and
in
watch it.
Espanol.
Right.
A bunch of idiots, but Outlaw should be fun. Outlaw should be a good time.
Yeah, you got Bull James going up against Ray Jazz. You got the returning Prince Nana alongside Alpha Junior.
That's exciting.
You know what I'm saying?
Who's Alpha wrestling?
Alpha? Who's Alpha wrestling? Is it Man? No, it's not Man Bun.
Sal Savelli, maybe?
No, Sal's taking on Sonny Kiss.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to give you the full card here.
Bear Bronson, the returning Bear Bronson.
Oh, Bear Bronson, who I saw last at the NYWC Psycho Circus.
Yep.
And we had a good laugh and a few beers. SAT versus Encore Moore, Marcus Mathers and Jaden Vallow. Crowbar versus Homicide. Ray Jazz versus Bull James. Alpha Jr. versus Joe Bronson. Sonny Kiss versus Sal Savelli. Man Bun Jesus and Grim Reaper versus The Audacity.
Fun show.
Yeah, it should be a fun show. Should be a good time.
I'm stoked. I haven't been there in a minute.
And we're going to have some...
The last time I was at Outlaw, Sonny was there, actually, which is funny.
Yeah, and we're going to have some Blvd Bullies logo tees for sale. And that's pretty much it.
Can we get them to play that song?
Yo, I kind of want to.
I would love that.
I know, but I don't
Dude,
think
it bumps so hard.
I know, but he wants it to be that lame. He's got like
there's like no words in it. It's like such a good generic song to play at a fucking place that you can just play because it's chill and it's fucking bumping.
Well, what happens? What do we play? What was the name of the guy from? Oh, Tim Armstrong. We play Tim Armstrong. I'm an outlaw, baby.
Oh, so they have their own outlaw song.
Yeah, but it's a lame song. It's a lame song.
That's understandable. I mean, if it's an outlaw song, that's understandable because it's their own lame song.
Well, I mean, in 1975, the powers that be and Kevin Gill were skanking around CBGBs listening to that song. So
that's facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, they were there at the Ramones' first show. So they know. Tim Armstrong was there. Tim Armstrong's like 65 about now.
Damn, the Ramones are dead.
So hey. Either way, no matter what happens at the Outlaw Show, your friendly neighborhood Blvd Bullies will be there to broadcast it. We're going to be recording everything, and we're going to make a nice little YouTube vlog. So in the new year, what you're going to be seeing is a lot more cheaper, frivolous content on Instagram because it's really not even worth it anymore.
Next week we'll be at ICW.
And next week we'll be at ICW, and we'll be in the van down by the river.
Van down by the fucking river.
Which will be awesome.
That'll be fun. That'll be very fun.
Basically, new plan for
our first road trip with Sean.
You guys are coming to pick me up.
I'm going to pick you right the fuck up, dude.
So get here early. We'll have some lunch.
Ooh, a nice lunch.
You're going to feed us.
We'll have coffee talk, and we'll head out.
And we're going to fucking drink it.
Yeah, we're going to be vlogging. So basically, that's the thing.
A
lot of what I've been doing is just been taking the Twitter stuff, screen recording Twitter, immediately regurgitating it onto Instagram. Reels bonus, yes, please. Everybody be sure to like, comment, bookmark it, save it. Really get us up in that algorithm. That makes us money. We don't take really a lot of pride in that anymore, except I really did care about the Martha Stewart joke. But make sure you stay engaged over there. That's really for the dumb stuff. But then over here, we're going to be doing more vlogging on the YouTube and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. And
same time, same place, baby.
Same bully time, same bully place. At the end of the month, we're back in the studio with Bald Steve.
Bald Steve.
And not this week, but next week.
Possibly, it might be a possible later show. It might be a possible it
might be an 8 o'clock.
Might be an 8 o'clock show, but that's to be determined. We'll let you guys know.
To be determined 8 o'clock show, and then also Wednesday 8 p.m. on Twitch, Thursday 8 p.m. on Twitch. Not this week because we're busy.
Right.
But in the coming year, in the coming time. So
tomorrow catch us live. Catch me and Pat live, 9 p.m. We'll post that link too.
Sean, what are you going to be doing at 9 p.m.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
I should be on my way back home.
Oh, we'll call you in.
Yeah, we're going to call in to you, and we want to know what happened. Did you get the blood?
Oh, yeah, you got to give us a full report, a full review of the
blood. A full review will be done. Maybe I'll go live on Bullies when I'm out there. So maybe you guys go follow.
We'll bring you in. We'll bring.
Instagram.
We'll bring. Oh yeah, we'll go double live.
We'll go double live. We'll be in Philly. You guys be somewhere in Oakland, right?
You should live from the bull. You should live from the Bullies while he stamps his little finger on his.
The
on
video
the
was our podcast is in Oakland. Yeah.
Oakland, California. You guys go ahead and do
We're
that.
going all the way to
I'll be in
Oakland.
Philly. We'll be all over because the Bullies go everywhere. We take over everything, and you find us here, same time, same place, baby.
It's going to be
Every
funny
Tuesday.
when on the podcast tomorrow, I just keep saying, pounding home the same two inside jokes that we're live from Oakland, California, and then I'm going to keep going, money. Money. And that's pretty much it. Sean, what's going on with PWJ?
PWJ cards, baby. You know what it is. We just got Brogan Finley, who is Fit Finley's younger son. He's an up-and-coming talent. If you watch Finley growing up, you know his kids probably got their butt whooped the same way he used to beat everybody's butt back in WCW, WWE. So the kid is good. We also got Marcus Mathers. His card pre-orders dropping this Friday, January 13th. So please be sure to go check that out. And go check out the other stuff we got online at pwjcards.com.
Any upcoming any upcoming blood cards?
Not yet, but I promise you we got some cool dual cards coming out. Our first one is with Akira and Masha Slamovich, and that's
you should get a dual Masha Slamovich Akira blood card.
I would like to, but right now that's not on the horizons.
That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
get them to mix their blood.
Two separate fingerprints on the same card.
That's what
Money.
It's a really good. It kind of reminds me of like
Money.
Money. Money.
I bet you Snoop Dogg wrote
This is Mercedes Money.
All right, that song sucks. Here's a good song for you.
Let's put the real song on.
Guys, thank you so much for watching Blvd Bullies. Follow us tomorrow, 9 p.m. Pell Hates Everything on YouTube. Thursday at Outlaw. We'll probably be going Instagram Live. And then next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Out of time. Bye-bye. Try to get this damn music up here. Here we go.
Dude, it makes me so hyped we can hear it.
Oh, I fucked it up. All right, hold on. I fucked it up. Let's try again. Out of time. Bye-bye.